Now, boys, I know this will be supposed to be the no money spent video, excuse me, but I decided to do my best Peyton Manning imitation.
Them touchdown passes, being Thomas, most of it being Thomas.
Now, this does not mean no money spent 3 is not coming. You guys are probably seeing this at 10 a.m. and this is on purpose. I'm going to do no money spent on Friday because then I'll be able to cover the headline part 2 from Thursday. Get it? Got it? Good. Obviously, I'm at 1.2. I'm really like at 1.6 with stuff selling. I want to talk to you guys about sniping, relisting, and overselling or lazy selling. Because, look, I've had a lot of people say, what is lazy selling? You know, and obviously I know my OGs know what lazy selling is because I've been talking about it for years. You know, you probably watch my boy Joe Bruin. He talks about it. Another market gurus talk about it, right? But there is kind of a science to it, and you have to understand it because based on the overall, depending on what you can lazy sell. Because the higher overalls you get, cars gets more specified. So hit the like button, drop a sub. This is going to be a full tutorial of sniping, relisting, lazy selling, why it works, how it works, and why you should be doing it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey, ain't we been through it all? Then we sleep on them floors. Everybody we thought we needed, we don't need them no more. Run it up, don't check the score. No, I'm balling on.
Okay, first thing, let's define lazy selling. Some people call it lazy selling, some people call it overlisting. Essentially what it is selling a card at a non-filter price. What do I mean by that? And we're going to try to get some in this video that we can lazy sell. Now, the best ones that I've been showing the lazy sell is 82 overalls. So if you go to 82 overalls, you just go to quality, put 82 to 83 in, boom. As you can see, 82 to 83s are lazy selling or overlisted for around 31K. Now, why is that important? Now, you have to go down and filter down to get the most accurate depiction of a price, right? Now, we know it's lazy selling for 30K, so I don't want to buy anything for 30K. Anything I buy for 26K and under is a profit. Now, the lesser you get, the more profitable it is, right? And that essentially what is what lazy selling. But you have to be careful because some cards are a little bit higher. Like I know that from the 83 standpoint, DK Metcalf's a little bit higher. Now, the beauty about this, you can literally do this at any overall. We'll go through most of the overalls in this video, but it does change when you get to 84 and 85s. And I will explain why it does change when we get to 84 and 85s here in a second. So this is going to be a full breakdown. Like I said, this is basically show you what I do when I am on the auction house by myself late night looking through these specific things. Now, the reason why I'm posting this before content, you guys should be seeing this hopefully around 10 o'clock to maybe 10:15 because content, obviously Good Morning Man is going to be out today and they're going to be showing the Headliners promo. The Headliners promo is not scheduled to come out until 1:30, so this gives you ample enough time to prepare. Me, I'll be knocked out because 1:30 and Australian time will be 3:30, so I won't be able to fully take advantage of this, but I'm hoping you guys will be able to because you can do this with the 84 headliners. People will be opening packs for the 84 headliners, right, and listing them lower than what they are. So like this one right here, this would be an easy lazy sell for me because you can buy it for 26K. We've seen that we can lazy sell it for 31K. After tax, we get about 28K back. We made 1.7K. You see how easy that was? It took about, what, 30 seconds to find that? Or maybe a little bit longer, about 2 minutes. But just showing you guys that it is possible to find them. And there's absolutely possible to find them even cheaper than that. Now, I hope while I'm doing this, I can show you some that we can find cheaper than that. Because you've seen in previous videos, the Legends video, my No Money Spent Part 2 video, me sniping some of these 82s at 24K and things like that. Now, the reason why I'm dropping this before content day, because this method is the most profitable on content days, because that's when the auction house is the most active. Right now, the auction house is about 9 o'clock at night for me, which in American time, that's like 7 a.m. in the morning. It's not really popping. Like the auction house just isn't popping like it should be, right? So therefore, you're not going to have much up in terms of lazy sales and snipes. So what we're going to do now, we've gone through, I just wanted to go through one of every position, right? Let's move on to, I mean, look, another potentially good one, but not the best one. Like I said, ideally I want 25K and under, because if I do 25K and under and sell it and lazy K for 31, I can get about 3K back. Now we're going to do the same thing. Let's go to the 80 market. Now I'm going to work down. I'm going to go to 80 and then I'm going to go to 78 just to see what we can get out of those. Like I said, this is how I've been making coins, boys. And I know it sounds more complex, but it's actually not. It's just knowing when to sell stuff, how to sell stuff. So if we look at this, The lazy sell price for these are 11K. So ideally, if you can get them for about 9 to 8K or under, which is going to be difficult. I'll be honest, the lower overalls you go to, the more difficult it's going to be. That's why I usually like to stick around the 82, 83. And I will touch on the 84 market too. Now, I was doing this with 78s earlier when 78s had more value and they were selling for 8, 9K. I was sniping them for 5K, relisting them back up, no problem. I'll be honest, boys, this is going to be a waste because there's so many of these cards, and I'll explain to you why that is a big thing. Like here, right here, I can snipe this for 9K, relist it for 11, and make about 1.92K. And that took what, 30 seconds? That literally took 30 seconds. Or if you snipe this stuff less enough, you can snipe it to make team builders. We all know how profitable those are. Now, again, this filter is going to be important because what are 80s coming tomorrow? Headliners. Everyone's going to be pulling these goddamn new headliners and listing them up for very cheap, and then you can go in, swoop them, and then relist them for the price they're going for unfiltered. So I've decided to move to the 78-79 market. Now, let me show you why this one, it used to be good. I haven't done this in about 2-3 days just because the value isn't there in 78 to 79s to me anymore. Again, we would go unfiltered, go to 75, 79. So like the more cars that are on the auction house, the less you're going to see. And this is why as you get lower, because obviously lower overalls, there's more quantity of them than higher overalls, right? So if we continue to scroll down, the first 78 to 79 we see are about 5.5K. So about 5.5 is what you can lazy sell these for, and they should sell. So what we do is same thing, go to a position, go to newest. So if you can get a 78 for around 3K, snap it up. Apps, and I know this is a tedious process. This is something you should do late at night while you're chilling, doing some different stuff like that, and making coins. This is how you work it efficiently. If you're not a head-to-head guy and you're not the greatest at the game, because not everyone is, let's be completely honest, this is a way for you to make things happen, right? This is absolutely a way, an easy where you can make things happen. And the more coins you have, again, there's a Fred Taylor. We could probably snipe relist of 5.5, make about 1,000 coins. And this is something you can do with any coin stack, fellas. You don't have to have 1.2 million. I'll talk about shortly what you should be doing with 1.2 million, but I'll continue to go through here and see if we can just find a quick step. I probably won't take it because this is not the fish I'm frying, but I want to start from the lower range of things and then go to the higher range of things. Also, another thing to look for, Seahawks players. Because Seahawks players, or the Seahawks team is so valuable at the moment, everyone's running it, you can snipe Seahawks players for the low and then relist them and make big W's. So this is where essentially I've been making my coins, how I've got up to 1.2 million. Essentially it's been on 82s to 83s, like a big part of it, you know, specifically when they're going for 40K, sniping them for 27K, relisting them for 40K, making almost 10K per card. But as you can see right now, we're not really getting any too many snipes in the 78 to 79 because like I told you guys, I don't really work this anymore because there's too much of this. There's way too many gold cards on the market. So let's move on to the one I think if you have a little bit of coin stack could be dope. And this market is the 84 to 85. Now, why could this be the greatest? Not necessarily greatest, but could be good. As you can see, if we go to buy now, the buy now price on these is 54K. But there's a catch. Because there's not many 84 to 85 overalls in the game in general, if you're talking outside of the headliners, which you see mostly here, you have to know card specific prices when it comes to this filter, right? So this is where it gets a little bit more complex in terms of sniping and how to make it happen with this. Now, when you're talking about headliner players, yeah, you can relist these easily. You can probably snipe these for 45K, put them up for 55. They're going to go down when headliners come out, right? They're absolutely going to go down when headliners come out, part 2. But you can go for bigger fish. You absolutely can go for bigger fish. Now, this is where you have to know the market. You got to study. I know most of y'all still in school. I'm out of school. Even I don't like studying when I'm out of school. But you kind of have to study market and prices, right? So if we look at one I've done a lot, Justin Simmons, right? I know for a fact, and knowing, I can't really show it right here, but you also have to look at recent sales in terms of seeing which cards present best value based off their sale price. Now, also when it comes to this market, when the content drops, specifically on content days, if you're looking for cards that are a part of that content, it's going to be competitive. It's going to be ultra competitive. And this is why I said, like I said in the Legends video every Saturday, if you're working over, everyone's working over here, you need to be working over here in the shadows. Now, look, for me, personally, I like the 82 to 83 market because there's just amount enough cards, but there's not too many. As we went down to the 80 market and the 78, you see little snipes were a little bit rarer because the market is so saturated down there. Everyone's pulling 80. There's that Triumph impact there that guarantees you an 80 overall on high golds. So for me, I like living in this. I really do like. Now, you can chase the high-end market, which I do, but it requires more work. And you actually have to understand the high-end market and how it operates. If you feel like you have the capacity to do all that, by all means, go up to the high-end market and do that. Like I said, but you're going to have to study each card and know what they sell for. Checking the recent sales, right? Checking the prices. Like I said, here's another one. We can probably do Randy Gregory and make, 1 or 2K on this. I'm going to chill on it because I'm looking for a bit. I know I can get cards for 25K and under, right? But this is what I'm talking about when it comes to doing this. And you can do this on Legend Saturday with Legends. And like I said, you can do it on Legend Saturday with 82s. Because people are going to be pulling those. But they're going to be so focused on Legends, they're not going to worry about the correlates. Same thing's going to happen with headliners. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Hopefully you understand. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. If I left something out, this is something that you can do all year. All year until the end of Madden. Sniping and relisting, it's always there. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's always there. And I just remember I wasn't looking at newest, so the newest ones wasn't showing up. It's always there for you, and always will be there for you. So we didn't get like a crazy snipe, but like I said, it's due the time of the day. Because it's like super late my time, early American time, right? I'm not going to find any crazy snipes because no one's listing cards. But during prime season, when there is a content drop, and when there is a promo, which there will be one later on today after you see this, if you're not really going after these cards, this is how you should be spending your time effectively. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's a little bit different video, but I wanted to help someone out because I get that question all the time. What's sniping, relisting, and lazy selling? Like I said, lazy selling is just taking advantage of people who are lazy and don't want to filter down. That's why it's called lazy selling. And because they're lazy buying instead of going down to the ultimate cheapest price of whatever that specific card is. Get it? Got it? Good. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I will see you tomorrow for the No Money Spent Part 3 episode covering Headliners 4. Maybe get into a gameplay. I'm out. Deuces.